Well, maybe a better chance for Chronic to be properly casted in this an absolute sweetheart of sorry, for Cosmic. See, I told you I'm going to mix them up. For Chronic, of course, haven't had too many interactions, but he's a sweetheart as well. So, very happy for either of these players to win. I'd hope that both of them would be in the upper bracket. They are down here in the lower bracket, which means the stakes are all that much higher, and every mistake could be the costly one. In this case, it was Chronic. An early mistake that gives Cosmic the first goal. One goal lead now. You'd have to back Chronic to be the favourite, but Cosmic has been such a massive up-and-comer and a huge grinder. After his first loss in the group stage, immediately starts streaming. Well, I don't even think he needed to lose. After the first day where he went 2-1, immediately starts streaming, I need to grind for tomorrow. I need to be the best. And then grinded ones for another few hours after the tournament. It's those kind of players, the ones that are going to be putting in the work, I think we'll have the most success out of this tournament. Cosmic obviously has a lot to prove. He's a player that has come out a bit more in the one scene in threes. Hasn't yet had that performance, and I think apart from the fact that he can get a lot of money here, a lot of credit for his ones gameplay, people will be watching. Top ones players, every right to be a top threes player as well, and vice versa. A lot of the top threes players right now who are winning tournaments are also top ones players, so you cannot just ignore the game modes, even if you are an RLCS player. Start here for Cosmic. Conic's going to need to figure this one out, and just been absolutely brained on. He's thinking Cosmic's going to take his time, going to take a slow play. I'll start approaching that one to shut down a potential slower play. And Cosmic just boom into the net for goal 4. One of the favourites of the tournament is being obliterated right now. It is 5-0 and it's barely been a minute and a half. I will say, if it was just me casting this, I'd be skipping that replay. But we do have an admin in here, which is nice for me, because then having to admin and cast would be a little dangerous. On top of that, we also have Koken in here, the Japanese caster. Oh my god, just let it end. Just let it end. When will the punishment stop? The massive 50 from Cosmic, and it almost felt like Chronic didn't care about it. Maybe he's just trying to outplay him so much. He wanted to just stay behind that ball, underneath the ball, but that actually does give Cosmic the route to go over the top of it. The 50. Oh, here we go, Chronic. Did he make contact with the bump? Go to Cosmic's POV, but this is a good start for Chronic. He did get contact. Maybe that it was just that Cosmic was trying to dive too far past the ball to avoid the bump. Brazil on the cards now. Cosmic has to back off. I do quite like that, using the wall to give himself some pace to go forward. Avoids the bump this time. Yeah, he's going to tell you, he's been around the block a little bit more than you think. He's also learned his lesson after the Appjack series. He actually watched this time to see where Chronic was going to be, whether he was coming back, and Opted not to save his own goal. Well done, Cosmic. Manages to get the Brazil as well. I've seen too much of Cosmic off the wall and played it fast. We'll get the follow-up too. This is a shellacking. Chronic seems lost and he calls next. I don't think I've seen such an early call for next in my entire life. But that's half the way through the game. 8-1. Fair enough. Fair enough. We will get a car change as well from Chronic. I don't remember what he was in. Probably the Octane. If I were to make a guess. My mind doesn't see the car. Oh, well this could be a quick series. This could be a very quick series if it continues like that, but I think we see this all the time. A game 1 blowout followed by a much more well-fought affair. And for some players as well, I'm not so sure if this is the case for Chronic, but for some players, losing a couple of goals kind of sends you a little bit too much into overdrive, and you end up having games where you go really aggressive to try and bring it back and get scored on a lot. So it's maybe not just the factor that it's game 1, but it could have also just been the fact that Cosmic got such a good early lead. It really compounded the issue. Very interesting from Chronic there that he's flashing the look back a lot. Even in this case, I don't even know why he's looking back in that play. Maybe just keeping his fingers warm more than anything else. Start of the game. Maybe felt like he wasn't quite fully in it in the last game. Just getting his fingers moving. And another air dribble bump. Well, look, if it works, it works. And Chronic has gone for 3 in a row. He's got that one successful play. And this does set him up as well for a future play where he fakes out an air dribble bump. Maybe gets a flip reset. Maybe putting Cosmic on his toes. Good flip reset here, Cosmic. Reads the low play, doesn't jump early. Make another flip reset. Is it high? And again Cosmic reads it. Brilliance in the defense so far. He's managed to take so much boost as well, conserve his own. It doesn't matter how much boost you have. Chronic. When you give him 3 opportunities to score, he's going to make it worthwhile and flipping through that ball to get it high, to keep his vertical momentum flat as well. Follow-up touch. Turn around from the last game. It's all the Fennec. Wouldn't been able to do that in an Octane. Again, Cosmic going for that early shot, and the Psycho attempt from Chronic. Sending it far to the left, but at least it did give him a bit more breathing room. Dangerous around the corner so far. I am loving Cosmic's boost management. Except for that play where he's attempting really hard to go for the demo, he's kept so much of his boost in the tank. Well, just a couple of pads is enough to refill at any point in time. Very counter to what we saw in the previous series. Both players, CRR and Evo, sending a lot of boost to every play. Oh, such a good play with Chronic. Crossbar. Just seems very relaxed right now for Chronic. All the possession going his way. Always putting the ball into positions that Cosmic can't really make a feasible challenge for. Cosmic hasn't been too threatening of his own. I think there's where we're missing the most from Cosmic has been his off-the-wall plays. He had a really dangerous play up that wall. You get all much more deadly, but you can even see the confidence is not quite there for Cosmic on those plays. He's taking the ball back to the ground quite a lot. Ooh, fake out, but he's actually flipped way too far beyond the ball. That his fake end up just giving away possession. Mechanical advantage seems to be the big difference for Chronic, and a very low scoring affair so far too. With Chronic wanting to play a very controlled game. What a turnaround. Being 8-1 in the last game, now being... So he's 1-8 in the last game for Chronic. Now being 3-0 up. Completely dominating. Never looking really like he's about to get scored on. With a delayed kickoff, but not enough power to get it past Chronic again. Chronic's just going to keep the ball close. There's a flip off the roof, but the ball gets too far away from him. 50 seconds left. Cosmic has to make the play now. Has to be successful. He's got that higher, Cosmic. And 50'd out. One more shot. That had to be in. Now getting desperate for Cosmic. Tries to crunch it underneath, and he does manage to push it through. Push the ball so hard and push Chronic back. Chronic just flipping sideways. Not putting any of the flip through the ball. What allowed Cosmic to end up pushing him a little bit further back into the net. Such a good position though for Chronic. Knowing that at any point in time he can take the ball back to his own net. Getting into an unscorable position. The breakaway. Very surprised there. Chronic knows that Cosmic has to play quickly. He played that so quickly around the corner he had no chance to score. From a 9-goal game in 2.5 minutes to a 4-goal game in the full 5 minutes here. You see why Chronic has been one of the favourites. That is such a controlling performance. 167 touches to the 139. You can see in terms of field control, it looks to be an advantage of Cosmic. Just because the ball is hanging out in Chronic's half a lot, but the possession is what really says the key. Twice as much possession for Chronic as there was for Cosmic. 64 to 36. 2/3 of the possession. Chronic just held the ball for the entire time. And head towards game number 3. Really feels now. Oh, I forgot to change this. Let's see, there's bonus Chronic. That's been updated. Alright. Alright, just turn down the volume as well of the game. Swashy. Letting you know. First goal going the way of Cosmic, and sorry about the first 40 seconds there, had to update the overlay. As I was saying, Cosmic's going to have to really figure out the adjustment of how to play against Chronic being so controlled. Just being able to get that first goal might make all the difference. Knowing that now Chronic can't just sit on the ball a lot. He does have to make a goal, and he has done so here. Forcing Cosmic into a difficult save. Couldn't get the follow-up touch. Didn't have the boost or the position on the first touch. Dribble play out. Cosmic. Let's get it past Chronic. Chronic again. Just hanging off. He goes for that early bump play. Chronic just being caught as Cosmic sped up just enough to avoid the bump, but has given possession away to Chronic. Early challenge coming out from Cosmic. Doesn't want to let him have possession like in the last game. Just find the angle. Touch out from Cosmic off the wall. Push Chronic back, but that's actually in favor of Chronic. And massive favor of Chronic. What a musty. It's too much power for Cosmic to be able to make the save. Love that. First touch, brilliant. Prevented Cosmic from being able to challenge. And that's where Cosmic has got to learn. He's been giving the ball away too much, thinking, okay, if I get it over the top of Chronic, if I get it back into his own defensive half, then I'll be fine. But Chronic's really enjoying having just control of the ball. Keeping the ball close to him. And so putting the ball on Chronic's back half is essentially just giving away possession. Chronic, another chance over the top. And he's got the follow-up. Chronic on fire, very controlling. And to think that at the beginning of this series, the only play that Chronic was able to do was the air dribble bump. And now he's been successful in so many different ways. Just because Cosmic never really feels like he has a good chance to challenge. It almost feels like Cosmic wants to play it a bit too safe. Only go for a challenge when he knows he's going to win. He knows it's safe to do so. And that's been costly. It's been, I can only remember really one situation where Cosmic went for a bit of a dive and he's mind game Chronic, or maybe made Chronic make a mistake. It's very surprising to see Chronic dive past that ball. Just a straight backflip when he needed to. A bit more of a sideways angle. Cosmic just drives straight forward. Nerves of steel, because Chronic realistically should have been able to get some kind of touch there. Chronic does get the bump away. Can't get behind the ball to follow it up. Not with zero boost. Almost made the save. That's so close. That's pixels difference. Tied game once again. Winner of this will be on a double match point. It's a very important game. Chronic avoids the bump. Cosmic on zero boost has to just get pads and he can't really go back for the back corner. Has to go for the early jump. Cosmic just finding himself in a really, really awkward position. I think realistically his best situation may have just been to play the ball from in front of it. Take it back to his own back corner. Depossess Chronic. Chronic's been too good once that ball's slowed down. Massive flick from Chronic. Pushing straight through the ball. Multiple touches from the car. Speeds it up. More than once. Bang, bang. Very hard to play against somebody with placement as good as that off of flicks. You only have to look over at Europe and Morksy to see how strong just a strong flick game can be in ones. Chronic looking to set up a power shot. It's managed to get himself a 3-goal lead. 3 in a row for Chronic after there was a mid-game fight back from Cosmic. I kind of just want to see Cosmic throw caution to the wind. Still playing this very safe. There's a lot on the line. Loser here is going to go home with $500. Which is great. Getting into the playoffs, very difficult. Both these players managed to do it. But there's a lot more money on the table. 10 times that amount for winning in this very first run. $5,000. So most players going to be unhappy going out early. Chronic has missed the ball, and Cosmic not ready to turn on it. Because he's playing it much more defensive. He's looking for a more shadow style. He's not ready to capitalize on any mistakes. Fake underneath. Chronic's all over him. Like a rash. Cosmic. It's been completely outplayed here. Slow down as well from Chronic. Just to waste an extra second on the clock. This is going to be a hard-feeling series for Cosmic so far. Cloud9 after winning game 1. And a very frustrating follow-up 2 games. Just because of how controlling Chronic has felt. Won't consider himself out of this just yet, but he has to get the kickoffs. He is more of a ones main, so you expect that Cosmic will have some tricks under his sleeve. We'll see, does he go for the slow kickoff? Does he just try and win it outright? Did try and win it against the wall. Gets bumped for his attempt. Chronic just plays it slow. And he could have gone for air dribble play, flip reset play off the wall. He knows Cosmic has to challenge, outplay him. Right after the respawn as well, managed to get one, but there we go, Cosmic on the boards. 2 goals left, 15 seconds for Cosmic to try and take it into overtime. There's still a chance, folks. There's still a chance. Do you guys believe in Cosmic? He's got the kickoff. He's got it in there. 12 seconds. In theory, he should have the better kickoff. It hasn't worked for him for the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Hold, chat. Hold. No, that's not the kickoff. That is not the kickoff. It's a good catch. Chronic gets the bump. No boost here. 100 boost now for Cosmic. Chronic, he's gone early. Cosmic, Cosmic, Cosmic! He manages a 3-goal comeback in 20 seconds. Believers have been rewarded. Holders stand true. And for what felt like an unwinnable game, Cosmic may get it off the kickoff, but Chronic was back straight towards that net. He knew the situation. Gets it around. Chronic! Top right corner. He made the adjustment off the kickoff. He knew he was losing the kickoffs. Plays for 100 boost. Gets back to net. And once he's gotten a little bit of space, he's able to score. Another disappointment here for Cosmic, though, because he fought so hard to get back in, only to lose immediately. And that puts Chronic onto 2 match points in a row. But I feel like at this point, only fitting that we go to a game 5. So that last passage of play from Cosmic, has that really been enough to maybe inspire him? To give him the understanding on how to beat Chronic? Because again, anytime Chronic is given possession, anytime he's given a lot of space, it feels over for Cosmic. Chronic very patient with his plays, willing to take multiple touches around him. He doesn't necessarily play directly towards the net, and he often forces Cosmic into awkward situations once he's got the possession, into zones where Cosmic almost feels like he has to challenge but can't challenge, into areas where Cosmic has been having to face backwards to a lot of plays. That's why it's going to be frustrating for Cosmic, but his last 3 goals, kickoff's going his way. Maybe also a bit of clarity in that overtime. Seeing how that goal went. Big save from Cosmic in the flick reset. Nick has messed himself up a little bit. That does slow his return. And he still manages to get back and avoid the bump from Cosmic. Maybe an underrated play there from Chronic, considering the difficult situation he put himself in with his initial recovery. 100 boost for both. Cosmic, I'll tell you what, he caught off Chronic off guard. The very first play, and since then, Chronic has been expecting that early shot from Cosmic every single time. Cosmic goes to the early flick. Chronic just gets the tipper on it. Huge boost advantage for Cosmic if he can get it over the top of Chronic, but Chronic stays close nose. Cosmic will want to keep the ball close and gets the boost too. Now it's possession play over to Chronic. Takes it high. Looks for the air dribble bump. It's a massive save. Cosmic just puts the shot on. First goal, advantage Cosmic. Oh, sorry, the game hasn't been updated, I guess, because of manual modes. So, just update as well. 2 to Chronic, 1 to Cosmic. Cosmic looking to get us to a game 5. It felt like a very subdued affair so far out this series. Both players looking to take a lot of risks. Cosmic this time goes for more of an early challenge. It hasn't paid off for him. Needed to not just get that early turn, get more of a contact, but Chronic has the advantage there because he has so much time to see Cosmic turn. Cosmic not in a good position necessarily to turn there because the ball is out of Chronic's way. It's full sight on what Cosmic's doing. Very hard to fake him out. In fact, it would have been better maybe in the end, in hindsight, to fake that one. Chronic getting 2 good 50s in a row. Forces Cosmic onto low boost. You see that Cosmic looking for a lot more early challenges. And again, it almost plays into Chronic's favor because the challenges have led to the ball going back into Chronic's half. The reset goes high. Chronic now has to run back. Won't get there in time. Cosmic puts the shot on. Puts it good. Almost a fully direct line. Just a little extra space so he can get around that, put the power on the net. Cosmic in the lead, but leads have never lasted long throughout this series. Winner of this is going to be versing Daniel. A lower bracket match up against Daniel. Winner of this also getting $250 extra, so going from $500 to $750. Loser obviously goes home. We'll have to fight again. All of these players, of course, invited to the next stage. Stage 2, Event 2, whatever you want to call it. Salt Mine 3. Wonderful format overall because it means we get to see so many of these competitors, maybe get some new faces as well. If somebody can take down the likes of Razebull, Zapatos. And they will take their positions in Salt Mine Event 2. Cosmic's fighting well here. Good early flick. Not focused on the net as much as he was in the past, Cosmic. Maybe being too direct. This time takes it to the left-hand side of the net just to get it past Chronic. Kickoff maybe for Cosmic as well. Well, into that area where Chronic can take possession, take the 100 boost. Cosmic staying close to the ball. Has plenty of boost. Opts to go for the 50. That's a good change up. Chronic has to go up early. Cosmic could have sped it up, could have caught up with the ball. Instead he slowed himself down, and minute 17. Game 5 looking likely. Off the roof, has a flip, but he gets away from him, and that... Oh, that should have been all she wrote. I was about to say that's the win for Cosmic. And he's absolutely flubbed it again. Don't think it's going to matter too much. He's got so much time back here. I'm even surprised that he goes forward, but Chronic took a risk going for that ball. And yeah, he's going to call next again. We head to a game 5, folks. Chronic doesn't back himself to get 4 kickoff goals in a row. I think the shoe was on the other foot. Cosmic would be staying in it. He'd be backing himself to at least attempt a couple of kickoff goals. See if he can tie it up. Chronic not so much. Maybe going to change his car too, because he did just leave the game. Another game 5, folks. I think this is karma considering how many game 3s we had in the group stage. Here's that we have a close series going on between AJ and Wavy as well over on Johnny Boy's stream, or it just hasn't been updated yet. Winner of that will be versing Evo. And as far as I'm aware, that is the matchup. Yes, that's the matchup that we will be covering in the next round. The winner of AJ Wavy up against Evo. Winner of this up against Daniel, as I said. Maybe not the player that you want to be up against in the lower bracket. You never know. Daniel has been not quite as ferocious as he's been in the past at times in this tournament. A lot of game 5s for Daniel. Including today, game 5 lost in the upper bracket to First Killer. Evo, also a game 5 loss. Maybe didn't look in the finest form either in the upper bracket. He's had a good hour out of reset. Game 5, Chronic versus Cosmic. One goes home here. Back and forth affair so far. Chronic take the flip reset. He did. Not to use it. He just tries to use it to get the 50. Now Cosmic with the breakaway. Chronic trying to get back, trying to get that boost. Does get it. An important one, but not enough. Cosmic has crunched it underneath as Chronic's path back to the net was high on the wall because he was so desperate to win the race to that boost. They put him in an awkward position. Cosmic, because he's still on the ground, can take a more direct line. What makes him win the race. Cosmic now has scored the lion's share of the most recent goals. I do worry as well what happens if Cosmic gets a big early lead. Seen blowouts so far when that has happened in both game 1 and 4. Cosmic steals the boost. Chronic collected plenty in the back half and gets a bit of a clear. Chronic using that first flick to get 100 boost, reads the play from Cosmic too. Chronic should get a goal here. No, Cosmic manages to recover back to the net. Doesn't get the boost. Chronic has been getting most of the 100 so far, but Cosmic has managed to find some. I was going to wonder if that was going to be a Rule 1, what would happen there? And it almost felt like a doomed position because that's running towards his net. Chronic has to back out of what is essentially a reverse Rule 1. Not a common situation that you see in ones. Not a common situation at all. Cosmic's played it very well. This is the dangerous zone for Chronic. He really needs to score this next goal. He's in a good position with Cosmic on 0 boost. Chronic gets it high. Just trying to drain the last of the boost away from Cosmic, but in doing so, he's used his own. Fakes out the challenge. Chronic has forced out the play from Cosmic without doing too much. Cosmic's not even going to get back in time. Chronic is playing this one smartly, faking challenges, forcing Cosmic into awkward positions. Cosmic maybe missed the boost on the way back. Another kickoff for Cosmic is going to give him a good chance. Tried to get Chronic to challenge there, but Chronic was not taking the bait, just stayed backwards, waiting for the play. Now Chronic has the flip reset, plays it early to get it over the top. Cosmic has recovered in the time that Chronic took to fall back to the ground. Cosmic does love his early shots and to catch people off guard. He will actually take this ball back to his own corner, which Cosmic has been a little reticent to do throughout most of the series. But he's done it twice in a row now in order to give his own back boost. 50. Chronic recovers faster than Cosmic. Cosmic with the early play once again, a direct play. Chronic maybe in an awkward position after that fake. Cosmic happy to stay close to the ball. 2-goal lead again for Cosmic. Game 5. Chronic has to dig deep. Is that on target? Is that just in? A difficult position for Chronic. He's done well with it. Unfortunately for him, Cosmic knows he's got a 2-goal lead, but he backs off. This is a chance for Chronic. What has Cosmic done? He had the entire pitch to play with, and this is what I was talking about, with him being reticent, him not wanting to take it all the way to his back corner throughout this series. It was safe. Take it to the back corner. Take it to your home. Go grab the 100 boost there. Take it away from Chronic, who on the opposite hand, whenever Chronic's had the ball, he's been happy to take it to his back wall. That's why he was able to dominate individual games in games 2 and 3. His willingness to play the ball away from Cosmic and away from Cosmic's net even. Chronic has a very good sniff in of this low scoring game. Cosmic take the risk, fakes out the challenge, fakes out the play, hasn't got boost. Chronic wins and it's on target. Cosmic is letting the pressure get to him now. He's making rough decision after rough decision, half committing, hesitating, and not playing for possession. And Chronic's going to say thank you very much and gobble up another goal. And maybe Cosmic's chances as the kickoff goes the way of Chronic. Cosmic up early, uses his boost to keep Chronic off the ball. That does mean Chronic has the boost advantage. Goes to the 100 boost. Cosmic in real trouble right now. But a beautiful touch. He's giving him the space once again. Massive demo. Can Cosmic get around? He's flubbed the touch. He's made a meal of that one. Won't be able to follow it up either. Cosmic had every right to score as the clock was ticking down. Will bump Chronic on the way through. Once again, wants to go more direct. Takes it to the wall, gets a 100 boost. Chronic caught challenging. Chronic off the backboard, recovers. As Cosmic goes to the early challenge, maybe more of a hope and a prayer here. Are we going to a Game 5 overtime as Cosmic goes for one last chance? That'll hit the ground. No, actually, Cosmic keeps it up, and he's fortunate that Chronic didn't get that 100 boost. Game 5 overtime. Chronic versus Cosmic. I feel like this is going to go down to whether Cosmic makes another big mistake, because Chronic, we know, isn't really making mistakes. It's down to Cosmic to play this well. His biggest mistakes have been half committing to plays, not necessarily mechanical mistakes. Now Cosmic, big flick. Goes for it early again. Chronic, the backboard recovers down to the floor, but it's not enough. Cosmic has fought and held on and manages to take it in overtime. He breathes a massive sigh of relief after giving up a 2-goal lead almost unnecessarily throughout this game. Manages to take it into overtime. The first touch against the backboard ended up being too much for Chronic.